Okay. So how Tableau works and what is Tableau and why do we use Tableau instead of other tools? And what are other Tableau products? And we call Tableau as an in-memory tool. And what is the importance of in-memory in Tableau? And there are two fundamentals dimensions and measures, OLTP and OLAP. So these are fundamentals of any data sources or reporting tools. So these basic things we are going to know today. And so completely this session will be theoretical. And in the coming sessions, we will be doing Tableau, how to create the charts and how to use the Tableau tool. So those will be coming in the next sessions. Okay, so Tableau is a software company which is headquartered in Seattle, Washington, and it's a self-service business intelligence tool. So Tableau is called as a self-service business intelligence tool. Why? Because anybody can create visualization. Like it's not a you don't need to have any technical knowledge to create this visualizations. You just need to know, like you need to have the data and you should know, you should have some questions. So you can answer those questions with the Tableau. So let's say, what are my top 5? So you can create a calculation. So there will be many options on how to create the top 5 and all. Let's say there is an option, there is a topic that we have. So I'm just showing how to create a top 5. So with small calculations and all, like you just need to know how to operate the tool. So in that way, we can create how to uh, know the top 5 from the dashboard and all. So if you want to write this in an SQL or if you want to write in another reporting tools, you might need to end up writing a big lengthy queries. But in case of Tableau, you just need to know which option you need to use and which column you need to drop. Those things you need to know in Tableau. So that's why we call it as a self-service business intelligence tool. So Tableau helps people see and understand their data, and it can also connect to almost to any database. And we can also call this as a drag and drop tool. And the meaning, so this is a French word. Tableau is derived from the French word, which is tableaux, and that is also called as pictures. So basically, human brain understand the pictures more than the data. Let's say if I show you some data like this, so getting to know information from this data, it's very hard to understand this data. So if I show you some charts or visualizations, so mind will store that particular data, and whenever we want to uh, recalculate, then we can remember it easily. So that's the main agenda of Tableau, like converting anything into visualization. So Tableau has its own patent language, which is visual. So that is also called as visual query language. So this is a patent query language, which is there for Tableau. So what it does is, it normally converts data to visualization. So it converts data to visualization. So, and so there are many other tools that we have apart from Tableau. We have ClickView, Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. IBM Cognos. So we have similar to Tableau, we also have different other tools. So compared to different other reporting tools, why do we use Tableau? So Tableau has powerful analytics as it has visual query language. So whatever options that we do, let's say if I'm putting any customer name or let's say subcategory and sales amount. So in the background, it writes a SQL query. So instead of, let's say, I just dragged and dropped this information. So with that, we can do powerful analytics and we can answer deep, meaningful questions and fast adoption at scale. So we can easily adopt to Tableau dashboard where we can create multiple levels of dashboards. And we have 18 worksheets, 18 different varieties of charts that are available. And when you hover on those particular charts, you will be able to know like what are the prerequisites of that particular chart. Let's say if you want to create any bar chart, so one measure is compulsory and you can have 0 or more dimensions for that. So within a click, you will be able to create a bar chart. So if I click on this bar chart, I can see a bar chart. So it fits to every environment. So whenever we go to any organization, so they will maintain servers and they will maintain cloud type of servers and all. So basically, we will have like on-premises servers and cloud servers. In cloud, we might have AWS, Azure. In on-premises, we can connect to any of the servers and all. So it is accessible, and in operating system, it can connect to Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. And it can handle the huge data. So we can work in mission critical platform as well. And it is fast compared to other tools. And it looks good when compared to other reporting tools as well. So when you see the visualization comparatively, it looks good, better than the other tools. And it can have end-to-end analytics platform. Like you can connect to data and you can connect to, after connecting to the visualization, you may publish the dashboard to the servers. And from there, users can access to the Tableau dashboard. So the process will be, so when we have the data from the system, so we do some ETL operations. Then modified data will be connected to Tableau desktop. Then we create Tableau visualization. Then publish it to Tableau server. So where user interacts. So this is the place where user interacts. And Tableau developer builds the dashboard. Okay. Before going to Tableau products, so can you Suganya, can you answer what is the vSphere? Which converts data to visualization. Yeah, correct. Okay, let's move to Tableau products. So we have different products: Tableau Desktop, Tableau Prep, and Tableau Server, and Tableau Online. So mainly we focus on Tableau Desktop. So it's a core platform for all the Tableau developers where we can get actionable insights. So all the development happens in Tableau. So with that, we can create interactive dashboards and all. So I will just show you how the interactive dashboard works. So there are some sample dashboards and sample data source which Tableau provides where we can practice for our training purposes. Yeah. So here, let's say if I click on Montana, so Montana is getting filtered across all the sheets. So in that way, I can interact with all the sheets with one click. So that way, Tableau is very interactive. Like normally what we do is we just normally click on any of the filter and filter it based on that. But instead of that, we can also click on the direct, let's say if I want to fill North Dakota, I can just click on that. And based on that, I can see the information. So this is an action filter. So if we apply that action filters to this sheet, so whatever you select here, Nevada or anything, so that will be applied here. So basically what happens is this filter is getting applied to other sheets as well. So I will tell you how to create this and all. So as this is an introduction, I'm just showing you how it works. Okay. So with Tableau, we can create visual analytics to fuel unlimited data exploration. And I have shown you interactive dashboards. So, so we can interact with multiple worksheets all together in a dashboard. So Tableau harnesses people's natural ability to spot visual patterns quickly. So we can able to find the visual patterns. So if you go to the dashboard, so there will be a pattern for each and every data. So when you select central, so there will be a pattern for each and every region and all. So that is about Tableau desktop where we can visualize data into charts. And Tableau Prep is basically, it's an ETL tool, ETL, where we can extract, transform, and load the data. So this can be doable in SQL or Oracle. Yeah. So Tableau also come up with an Tableau Prep where we can do this same things in Tableau Prep. So if you have the raw data, that raw data can be connected to Tableau Prep, and output of Tableau Prep will be connected to Tableau Desktop. And same Tableau Server, user can interact. Yeah. Yes. So usually we get raw data to the SQL or Oracle. So there we get the modified data to Tableau desktop. So if the data is not modified, then we go for Tableau prep. So most of the companies don't use this Tableau prep. So Tableau desktop is the most used for reporting. Okay, and then we also have Tableau server. So where we publish our reports. So Tableau desktop is like an image, and Tableau server is like posting it to a social website. So whatever we develop in the Tableau desktop, so that will be in our local machine. So if user wants to see, you need to publish that to the Tableau server. So then only users can interact. So there will be an URL for that, so that they can access with the URL. So in Tableau server also there are two things. So Tableau server on premises and cloud. Tableau online. So this will be maintained by our organization. Tableau is maintained by Tableau online is maintained by Tableau software company. So this is only in cloud. This is not in on premises. So it is a hosted version of Tableau server. So from Tableau software, we can buy the data and we can use that data to publish the Tableau desktop to the Tableau online. In Tableau server, we can store it in our on-premises server or cloud servers, and we can install Tableau server in these machines, and we can use the data in those machines to publish or to access the dashboards. So these both are like same, but this is maintained by Tableau software company, but the Tableau server is maintained by our organization. And in-memory BI tool. So Tableau is an in-memory BI tool. So what is an in-memory BI tool? So it stores the data in the RAM. So whenever we connect to any data source, let's say you are connected to millions of records. So if you are connected to those records, what Tableau does is it will compress the data. It will compress the data and store it in RAM so that it is easier for us to do the development. So let's say I go to a new sheet. So when I click on any of the column that says category, so in just fraction of seconds, I can see the category values. So it is fetching the data from 10,000 rows. Even if it is millions of records, it will get the records as fast. Why? Because it is storing the data in the RAM. So it depends on your RAM. So the minimum requirement of RAM that you need to have to install Tableau and to use Tableau, you need to have minimum of 8 GB and more, so that you can work easily. So the advantages of RAM is it improves the processing speed. So if you have the in-memory, and many traditional BI tools have all numbers pre-calculated. So I will it can do on the fly calculations. So let me give you one example. I'm taking sales, profit, and category. Okay, so these are the values for category and sales and profit. We'll calculate profit margin. Sum of profit divided by sum of sales. So this is one of the basic calculation. Profit margin. Okay. So now I am calculating profit margin. So now currently I have calculated for category wise what is the profit and what is the sales and what is the profit margin. So what it is doing is it is dividing sales divided by profit and it is giving me this value. So even if I change any dimension, so it will still show me the value of this sales divided by profit. So in normal other traditional tools, what they does is, so they will store this value and put it, they'll store that value and put it in a table. And if you want to convert that, so if you change the dimension or if you want to put any other measure, so it will be difficult for them. Yeah, and you need to change the queries and all. But in Tableau, as it does on the fly calculation, so it is not storing these values. This 25.05% is it is not getting stored. So if I change any dimension, it will calculate based on that particular dimension only. Like whatever is the sales value for region, and it will divide with the profit. So that's the importance of on-the-fly calculations and in-memory BI tool. Yes. Yeah. So if you change the dimensions, it will automatically change it. Okay. Vamshi, can you tell me which tool we use for creating the visualizations? Tableau desktop. Yeah, correct. And Suganya, what is the importance of in-memory BI tool? Yeah, it stores the data in RAM. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions? Can we move to the next slides? Okay, let's move to. Okay, so this is basic fundamentals for reporting tools as well as SQL, Oracle. So yeah, so dimensions are those fields which cannot be aggregated. So dimension fields are like names, IDs, dates, all this comes under dimensions, which is a descriptive part. So Tableau will automatically segregate. So Tableau will automatically identify which is dimension and which is measure, and it gives a symbol icon for that, and measures as its name suggests, those are measurable. So we can do any aggregation. We can do sum, min, max, all those aggregation functions we can use, and we can use this measure for mathematical operations. So this has to be like numbers. So mostly those will be numbers, and measures are numerical values that we can do any mathematical operations. So examples for measures are sales, revenue, profit, all this comes under measures. So let me show you that in Tableau desktop. Okay, so where you see here, ABC, set, globe, all these are dimensions. So Tableau will automatically identify what which dimension is this and all. So let me show you. Let me create a data. Okay, so Tableau can also understand if, let's say, state, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, all these are like geolocations. So if you give any geolocations, even it can identify districts, postal codes also. So it will give you geolocation, geo symbol like this. And name, if you see, name is a string value. It's just a simple name. So strings are represented by ABC. And sales is a value and it's called as a measure. Why? Because this can be, we can do mathematical operations and this is a numerical value. So that's why sales is a measure. And state, it's a geolocation and it is descriptive. This will be this will be dimension as it is a descriptive. And date, we have, so date will also be a dimension. So Tableau will understand the date as well and it will give an icon like this. A calendar icon will be displayed. So I will connect to this file. Just refresh this. Okay, so this is the process to connect to any new data source. So these are the list of data sources that Tableau can connect to. So these are only files, Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, PDF, even PDF also we can connect. So these are all files and these are servers. So Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle. For few of the data sources, for few of the servers, we can connect directly. For Oracle, we need to install drivers. For MySQL also, we need to install some drivers. But for Microsoft SQL Server, you don't need to install anything. You can directly connect and plug and play. So now let's connect to Microsoft Excel. So this is the book one that I have created just now. Okay. So here we can see the data. I have not saved this file. I'll just save it. Okay. So the same data, I can see it here. So Tableau automatically uh, identified this particular information. So state, so it has given this geolocation symbol and customer names. So you can, as it is descriptive and it's shown a string value here. And date it identified and it is shown with a calendar symbol. And as I said, it's a measure and it's shown with a number symbol. So that's how Tableau identifies dimensions, measures, geolocations, and numbers, everything. And we also, this is also very important for SQL, Oracle, and Tableau reporting tool. So OLTP and OLAP. Online transaction processing, OLAP, online analytical process. So this is the basically we connect to OLAPs, Tableau. So OLTP is nothing but, so wherever business happens, so we go there and let's say if a superstore is there, so if we buy something from there, so that data will be entered in the OLTP. And let's say even the e-commerce websites. So if you buy something in Flipkart or Amazon, so that will be stored in OLTPs. So this is a temporary table. Uh, like the storage time for this is like weekly or daily. After that, this data gets moved to OLAP. So this is a temporary data which stores the data daily. Let's say if we buy something today and that information will be stored after 1 week. So that data will be stored in OLAP. So it is a place where frequent insert and updates takes place. So whenever there is a transaction, so that transaction will be stored in OLTP. But it is the place where frequently data retrieval takes place. So weekly or daily, we will fetch the information from OLTP and that information will be stored it here. And any user can interact with OLTP. So with many options, let's say if we buy something from Superstore, that means we are indirectly interacting with the Superstore data. And if you buy something from Flipkart or Amazon, with e-commerce websites, so in that way, that record is getting stored in this OLTPs. But in case of OLAP, let's say if we prepare any Tableau dashboard, so normal people won't, I mean, all the users won't have access to this data. OLAP, like we create the dashboards and all, so that will be having access to only to the executives, to the stakeholders, and to the CEOs of the company. And any user interface is a source for OLTP. Like there are many user interface. Like in the Superstore, it is their computer. In e-commerce websites, it's our mobiles or PCs. So any user interface is a source. So, but for OLTP is the source. So we are getting the data. I mean, OLAP is getting the data from the OLTP only. So weekly and daily, whatever information is there in OLTP, that will be moved to the OLAP. OLTPs are mainly used for the business purposes, and OLAP is to analyze the business. So we are the ones who analyze the data. And OLTPs contains less number of data. Why? Because it has only weekly or daily information. Yeah, this will have 1 year's to OLAP will have 1 years and 2 years of data. So if we go to our sample Superstore, there is an order date. See, this will have 20, it starts from 2022, 2023 data. So this will have the historical information. OLEP will have the historical information in it. So that is why we will be able to analyze. So what is the performance of uh, this particular data? Let's say I'll just take sales. Okay, so we can identify this data, like how we are trending. So in 2020, we got $494,000 of sales. In 2023, we got $745,000 success. So if we have the historical information, then only we can analyze the data. So with that, we can take the actions. So in 2021, they have a dip. So they have taken some actions to recover this dip, and they have grown up. So Tableau is mainly to take the actionable insights. So with this, we can identify which area we are lagging. So let me just show you country state data. Sales. Okay. So by using the thickness of the color, here we will be able to know which has the highest sales. So if you see, California has the thicker color here. So we will be able to know California is performing better. And if you see, there are many states which has lighter color. So that means the sales is very less compared to California. So with this, we can take action on all other states. So wherever the thickness of color is less, we can go to that state and we can do some changes in the business so that we can improve in those areas. So in this way, Tableau helps us identify where we are getting low, where we are, our highs and lows, we will get to know. So that is the importance of Tableau, like higher level management will understand. So they will not go through these millions of records and they will not bombard with that millions of records. So they want to see what is happening in this area. So we will just we will just read the data and show it in a good way so that they can easily understand in fraction of seconds. So which area is lagging. So OLTPs maintain historical information, and OLAP maintains historical information, and OLTPs maintain only current information, which is weekly or daily. Okay. Vamshi, can you tell me what is the difference between a dimension and a measure? So basically, dimensions are nothing but they are descriptive. Measures are which are measurable, like we can use mathematical functions. And dimensions are names and all, region, date, all this comes under dimensions. Yeah, correct. Uh, Suganya, can you tell me what is the difference between OLTP and OLAP? Yeah, perfect. So I'll just show you how to create some basic charts. So have you installed Tableau in your desktops, Vamshi and Suganya? Vamshi, you? Oh, but before that, you can start with 14 days of trial. So if you get an ID card, you can start. No, employee card won't work. Yeah, so I'll just show you how to create the data. So whenever we open Tableau desktop, so this is the interface that we are going to see. And here are the sample store, superstore and vault indicators. So these are the saved data sources. Whenever you want to practice anything, you can directly connect to these two data sources. And these are few of the dashboards which are already built by Tableau software. So let me click on this to go to the worksheets. So basically what this does is, let's say I have dropped that column node there. So in SQL, how it happens is select customer name from sample superstore. So this is the query that runs behind this visualization. Even in Tableau also, let's say we are getting this visualization, but in the backend, it runs a VSQL query, which is this QL, which is visual query language, which we talked about. So it is a patent query language for Tableau. So there are many ways we can filter the data. Yeah. So now that you see the data in a different way, let's say, and by default, this is sorted based on the chronological order or alphabetical order you see. But I want to see, hello, Vamshi, can you go on mute? Yeah. Okay, so basically it will show you the data in chronological order. And I want to see the highest number first, and I want to see it in a descending order. So I'll click on this, so I can see the data in descending order. So here is the sorting option that is available. Based on this, we can do ascending or descending. So this is the ascending order. And within a click, we can do different varieties of charts. So you can also see the prerequisites of the each and every chart over here. So let's say if you want to create a tree map, you need to have one or more dimensions or zero or more, one or two measures. So if you want to create a tree map, and to identify the values that we drop in rows and columns. So if it is a blue color, if it is in blue color, so then you will know it is a dimension, which is descriptive, or you can identify with the names also. And when you drag something to the uh, text marks card, or if you want to drag to the rows or column charts, you will be seeing it as a green pill. So then you can identify it as a measure. So whichever is a measurable and which we can do aggregation. So that is called as a measure. And let me select bubble chart. Yeah. And I want to color each and every customer with a different color. So in this way, we can see the bubble chart. And I don't want to see customer names is too big for this chart. So I'll just put subcategory. Subcategory in, yeah. So in this way, we can see each and every subcategory in a bubble chart and the value of the sales. So you can identify with the size of the circle, with the size of the bubble. And you see these small bubbles, you can just hover on that. And when I'm hovering, I'm able to see it in a tooltip. So you see a small box that is coming over, that is called as a tooltip. And you can add more information also in that tooltip. Profit, put it in the tooltip and hover on this. So you see sales and profit. So at a time you can see for that particular subcategory, you will be able to see sales and profit. So there are certain conditions to create any. Yes. Yeah, correct, correct. Yeah, so we don't do any coding, but we also have few of the functions that we have. Calculations. So you need to learn few calculations. So these are some functions. So I'll teach you how to use these functions one by one in the coming sessions. So basically we use if-else statements and case statements. So these two are important. In these if-else and case statements, we use around 30-40 functions which are important. So if you know those 30-40 functions, and if you know how to use this tool, then it's well and good. You will know entire thing about Tableau. So there is no coding at all, but these are the simple calculations that you need to learn to make use of the so in the real time, you will be writing some of the calculations. So let's say we have created one profit margin. Yeah. So in the real time, you will get requirement something like this. Like you need to know the calculation. So when you say they ask you to calculate what is, I want to know the profit margin. Then as a technical person, you need to know that the formula would be like this. Or they will tell you the formula and you should be able to do it in the tablet. So these are only basic calculations that you need to write. Otherwise, it is tool operating. Most of the times it will be tool operating. And yeah, so we also have created top 5. So let me just show you one category. So this, I mean, I'm just briefing you on how to. I'm just showing it. So in the coming sessions, I will tell you step by step on how to do this. And let's say I have shown you this slides and all. So in the next sessions, you will have the steps on how to do the each and every chart. So those will be your assignments. And in the next session, I want you guys to install the Tableau with 14 days of trial version and all. I will share that installation video so that you can download Tableau and try to upload any student ID and get the 1 year license. It's a license version Tableau. It's not an open source. So try to install the license version of Tableau so that you can practice for 1 year. And I'll keep on giving the assignments in every session so that we'll be working together, like so that you will understand whatever I explained it today. If you go and practice it, so that you will remember it. Okay, so I'm just creating a top 5 set. And so set is a combination of measure and a dimension. So I have right clicked on this dimension and selected top 5. I want to see top 5 subcategories based on sum of sales. So I'll just click on this. That already exists. Okay. So if you take this top 5 new into the filter, you will be able to see the top 5. So I have not written any calculation or anything. So it's just I need to know where exactly that set will be there. So you need to click on this, go to create and create the set. And we need to go to top button and select this top 5. So this is the tool operating procedure that we need to know in Tableau. Yeah. So that's about brief introduction of Tableau and how it works. And we have talked about what is the importance of OLTP, OLAP, and dimension and measures. And we have also discussed about in-memory tool and Tableau products. So this is all about the Tableau introduction. So you guys have any questions? One second, I'll show you. So after you download, right? So go to Tableau Students. So click on Tableau for free.